Welcome back to Joy in Our Town. Memphis City Schools recently approved a new superintendent of education for the district, and he is none other than Dr. Kriner Cash. And he's with us on today to discuss what has been accomplished thus far and about the vision he has for Memphis City Schools. Welcome to the show. It's a pleasure actually being able to sit side by side. I've seen you on TV so many times, but never in person. But we know that you recently passed the first 100-day mark of being superintendent of Memphis City Schools. You came in with some challenges, but what has been the biggest challenge so far?
Wow, Tina. Well, you know, I think the communication challenge around really understanding who the Memphis City Schools belongs to. I think that's been a big challenge.
Wow.
It really has. You would think that it would be clear. Everybody sort of owns the children of our school system throughout the county because it's a county. But we appear to have a perception issue here where Memphis City School children belong to Memphis City Schools and Shelby County children belong to Shelby County Schools. And the fact is that all of the children belong to Shelby County.
Okay.
Because of the way you're really structured and set up. And I think that if we can continue to work sort of perception, communication, and actual challenge, the issue of this is how it really is, then I think everybody can rally around and have a high-quality education system for all of our children in the county. Ultimately, that's our goal.
Okay. What do you think about Memphis and the community so far, then? How has your experience here
Well, I
been?
love Memphis. I really do. My wife likes it. I like it. Because it's a good, you know, sort of a small, big town.
Sure it is.
It's a small, big town. And with that, you get a lot of intimacy. People are very friendly. People know you and are unhesitant to come up and speak to you. I think that's good. There's a lot of love for the town. Memphians love their town. People who reside in the area tend to stay and be here. There's not a whole lot of out-migration here. So that means you have rich tradition, you have rich culture, and you have a pride in your town. And I see all of the ingredients for becoming a truly world-class city because you just need to work out and work together with each other on all of the challenges. The challenges aren't unlike other places. But we can make it happen. We have the ingredients to win and do very well by the citizens in this town. Look forward to that.
Right. Okay. Please discuss some of the new reform initiatives that have been launched.
Well, we focused primarily this year on the academic side. When we looked at the data, and I began in my first 60 days to ask questions about our achievement rates, our graduation rates, our outcomes in terms of ACT scores, where kids go to school, on to college, do they drop out, do they move on, are they working now 1 year later, 5 years later. I started looking at all the data around achievement. I said we've got to make some difference here. We've got to attack these issues. And so one of the critical ones was to start to look at different schooling options for our young people. Everybody can't go through one narrow pipeline. Because when I looked at the data, it was saying that too many were falling off. So we've begun to expand the optional schools. The optional schools are a point of pride, but now we're going to expand them. And so you see new Ridgeway IB program come online, for example. You're going to see more optional schools come online in feeder patterns that have very exciting enrichment foci. So that's one option. Another is the expansion or the development of PM programs for students who were dropping out. We were getting a way to get them back into school. So we call that our PM programs. And they're starting to grow and build to get kids a diploma, young people a diploma, and get them some marketable skills so that they can get into the workforce. If they're out there, dropped out, and not in a workforce or not even looking for jobs, that's when you get into difficulty with crime rates going up and so forth. So we had to give a viable option to our young people. And right now we have hundreds of people coming back into that program. We have a program called the MCS Preparatory Academy. That's for overage for grade high school students who aren't being successful in the regular traditional high school. We want to put them in an enriched academy to get them out of school and into careers, occupations, and college quicker by using e-technology to get them to move and recover credit and to move on. So that helps both the school environment they've come from and also them in getting in a more a curriculum-appropriate environment. So that's an exciting innovation. That's just launched. We have enrichment programs for students who are doing very well in mathematics, for example, so that they can get on a career path for technology, science, engineering, and so forth. And that's called our M² program, where the 6th graders who were doing very well in math, we said we're going to follow them each year till they graduate. That just started. AT&T is picking up the sponsorship for that program. The parents are delighted. We're training all of our algebra teachers, retraining them to be able to have a broader repertoire for our students so that every kid can get through the algebra pipeline. Too many weren't getting through. If you don't get through there, you won't have the higher mathematics opportunities, and then it correlates and predicts success in college. So you've got to get through algebra to have a good chance to go on to college. So that's some of the things. There's been a whole lot of other kinds of initiatives around pre-K. We need to expand the number of pre-K classrooms. We're doing that. We needed to expand the number of middle college or students who could go to an early college, high school, so that they could start getting ready into college earlier. We have a new MOU getting ready to be presented to the board on Monday. And it's a partnership with Christian Brothers University and Fairview. So that's exciting, and we want to put one in each region. We've got health clinics. The health issues are significant here in Memphis for our children as well as our adults. So we went to Plow Foundation. They were very gracious and generous in providing a grant amount to help us start 4 health clinics, comprehensive, to provide the screening and the referrals for our students, 60,000 students who need right now health follow-up care, healthcare follow-up, and those are going to be opening in about a month. We're overhauling all of the curriculum. We're working very closely together, the board and I, to have a more cohesive, more coherent governance and management structure and rapport. We're doing a lot. We're doing a lot. And we're doing it to address factors that we found here. We're not doing it because we think these are good things and good ideas. We're doing it because we had 40,000 children who weren't going to have had any pre-K experience coming into kindergarten, 40,000. We had 60,000 students who had not been screened and had follow-up care for physicians in health. We have 30,000 students who are overage for grade. You follow me? We had a significant issue with safety and discipline in about 15 to 20 of our schools that needed immediate attention. And then we have a growing diversity population of children and families coming in, so we needed to address that effectively. We have a growing mobility population where students are moving more than once in a year, and that's migrating into a homeless issue. So when we look at those kinds of challenges associated often with poverty, we said we can't just let them sit and let them stand. We must address them with clear, forceful, and academic programs that are going to make a difference against those issues. And that's what we're doing.
And you talked about a minute ago about the children moving and somewhat being homeless. So tell us about the homeless or / high mobility or high mobile students initiative.
Well, certainly it's not a surprise to anyone that as the economy continues to present problems for many, many people, the foreclosures rise, and then the families who are either out of a place for shelter or who moved because the rent, they couldn't pay it or got too high or something happened. Some families are getting burned out during the winter because of faulty electrical wiring. There's a whole host of reasons that there, for the grace of God, go you or I in terms of being homeless. This is not a single variable issues.
Once again, you've heard it from Dr. Kriner Cash. He is the new Superintendent of Education for the Memphis City School District. Thank you for being a guest on Joy in Our Town. My time is up. I'm sorry. Till next time. Bye-bye.